Hello friends, welcome. As you all know, I regularly write on social media, I create videos, and I travel across different cities in the United States to meet investors. For quite some time now, I've been getting a consistent suggestion. Please make a video on this topic. And yesterday, something happened that gave me both the opportunity and the inspiration to finally make this video. I had gone to a friend's house. It was evening. My friend loves his car a lot. He owns an expensive car, and that car means the world to him. Do you know what happened yesterday? He has a driver. A skilled driver, experienced, drives very well. The driver had taken his wife to the grocery market, and while returning, there was a minor accident. A small scrape with a bicycle cart, and the car got slightly scratched. When the driver came back, he was nervous, scared, shaken. Looking at his face, I could feel his fear. Hesitantly, he told the owner, "Sir, there's a small scratch on the car. A bicycle hit it from the side." The moment the owner heard this, he jumped off the couch and started shouting loudly, "Can't you drive properly? You knew it was a crowded area. You should have been careful. How could you make such a mistake? That car means more than anything to me. And look what you've done." While all this was happening, I was observing very closely. The owner was deeply disturbed, upset, because his car had a scratch. And suddenly, a thought crossed my mind. What if, instead of the driver, his son had been driving the car? And if his son came home and said, "Dad, there was a small accident on the road." The moment the word accident was used, how would the father react? Would he shout like this at his child? Or would his first question be, "Son, are you hurt?" Would he worry about the car first? Or his son? That question stayed in my mind. And that's why I'm here today with this video. Should you build wealth by investing in direct stocks or through mutual funds? Yes, friends. In this video, I'm not going to tell you what you must do. Instead, I'll present some ideas. And based on those, you can decide for yourself how you should invest as an investor. Did you notice something in this example? Emotions. When we love something, emotions come into play. The owner had no emotional attachment to the driver, so he scolded him. But he had emotional attachment to his son, so he would have cared about his son's injury, not the car. Now think about this. Isn't the same true with your money? When you manage your own money, what are your emotions like? And when a fund manager or mutual fund manages your money, what are the emotions like then? We'll understand this in depth. Not just this. We'll also look at data. Not just data. We'll understand how wealth is actually created. Wealth is created through compounding, and compounding requires survival. We'll analyze this from all three angles. Direct investing in stocks versus investing through mutual funds. Let's discuss this in detail. Now, friends, let me challenge you honestly. Do you consider yourself an investor who truly understands equity? Do you understand the stock market? Can you analyze stocks, technically or fundamentally? Do you have enough time, even after your profession, your job, your business, to do proper research? Do you have sufficient capital? And do you have the mental strength to invest consistently without fear? Even if your answer to all of this is yes, still, I will tell you this. In the long term, your returns will most likely not exceed those of a mutual fund manager. I'm not saying no one can do it. Listen carefully. This is not about no one. This is about most people. Anyone can become president of the United States. But can most people become president? Anyone can climb Mount Everest. But can everyone climb it? Almost 99% of people aren't even medically fit to attempt it. That's the reality. And that's what we're discussing today. Direct stocks versus mutual funds. And without hesitation, I'll say this. For most investors, building wealth through mutual funds is easier, more achievable, and more probable. Now the question is, why? Let's move forward. Why is direct equity investing often not the smartest choice? Let's understand the structure. Some things are structurally stronger than others. Have you ever seen a boxing match where a lightweight fights a heavyweight? No. Why? Because structure matters. Even if you are as intelligent, as capable, as experienced, as skilled as a fund manager, I would still suggest mutual funds. Because structurally, mutual funds have advantages. Let's break them down. First, not all stocks generate returns. And we don't know which stock will perform in the future. That's why we build portfolios. Even the greatest investors didn't succeed with just one stock. They bought many. Some worked, many didn't. That's the nature of stocks. Companies are like human life cycles. They are born, They grow, they succeed, and eventually decline. Many don't even survive long enough to succeed. Around 95% of startups fail. So how do you make money? By building a portfolio. Some stocks rise, some fall. You must exit weak stocks and keep buying strong ones. But when markets fall, your instincts say, sell. News, fear, global events, inflation, oil prices. Everything affects your emotions. And when emotions fluctuate, you buy and sell frequently. Every time you sell, you pay tax. But when a mutual fund manager does this, they can buy and sell multiple times without immediate tax impact at your level. If you made 50 transactions in 5 years, you pay tax each time. But a mutual fund? No tax on internal transactions. You only pay tax when you withdraw your money. That's why mutual funds compound better. That's reason number 1. Reason number 2. Discipline and accountability. In any system, mistakes are punished. Why? So people don't repeat them. In jobs, good performance is rewarded. Poor performance is penalized. Now ask yourself, when you make mistakes in investing, do you punish yourself? Do you enforce discipline? In the earlier example, the driver was scolded because he could lose his job. The son wouldn't face that consequence. A mutual fund manager knows. If they perform poorly, investors will withdraw money. There is constant pressure to perform. But when you manage your own money, there's no such system. That's why fund managers often perform better over time. Reason number 3. Oversight and systems. When you invest directly, who audits your decisions? Who challenges your research? No one. But a fund manager has. Research teams, analysts, boards, regulations. It's like the difference between driving a car and flying an airplane. A car, you inspect casually. But an airplane? Multiple checks, multiple experts. That's why airplane accidents are rare compared to cars. Mistakes happen everywhere. But systems matter. Mutual funds have systems. Individual investors usually don't. Reason number 4. Cash flow advantage. A fund manager always has incoming money, like a flowing river. Fresh capital keeps coming in. Even if mistakes happen, they have the ability to recover. But your capital? Limited. If you make a mistake, how much more can you invest to fix it? Think of 2 armies. Same weapons, same skills. But one has unlimited ammunition. The other has limited. Who wins? That's the difference. Final powerful insight. Research in the U.S. stock market shows, out of tens of thousands of stocks, only a small percentage create most of the wealth. That means most stocks are not worth investing in. But how many of us can consistently pick the winners? Very few. And humans have a bias. We assume recent winners will keep winning. But that's not always true. You're chasing multi-baggers. But don't fool yourself. To achieve financial freedom, you need massive compounding. And survival is the key. If you don't survive, you can't compound. Mutual funds survive. That's their biggest strength. Let me leave you with one thought. As an investor, don't chase returns. Protect your capital. If your capital survives, it will grow. Just like a parent protects a child. Growth happens naturally. Protection is the responsibility. So in conclusion, my vote will always go to mutual funds. Even if you are highly skilled, experienced, knowledgeable. Structurally, mutual funds still offer better probabilities of success. Investing is not about being the best. It's about maximizing your chances of success. Thank you for your time. If you found this valuable, help share this message with others. Because this question exists in many minds. Thank you for your support, your trust, and your time. Now, you comment, do you want MF or direct stocks? Goodbye.